Hey guys, this is SCV Spacebub. I've got for you a replay sent to me by a friend of mine who is here. The Teal, I think he's Terran. No, the Teal Protoss actually. Blockade. I've played a game against him not so long ago. I think it was yesterday or the day before this. And we've talked a bit, and I said to him, to give me replays if he has any, and he did send me this one replay. It is a 2v2, and it is a Protoss and a Terran versus a Zerg called Broken Sword, and Pils, who's a Zerg, the ZZVPT. I just love these acronyms, they're awesome. So, I haven't seen this one before. My mouse just goes a bit wonky there. I haven't seen this one before, but we do see a bit of a cheese here. Yeah, we will see a 9 pull actually. We do see a 9 pull here. We see that Blockade he's gonna go for 3 gate expand. Nice what I'm saying. And we go, let's think K. Not quite sure what Terran is doing. We do have non-cheese, so we don't see both players. We only see one cheese coming from the Zerg players here, and it is going to be a 9 pull from Phils. But it does seem like Blockade might not be quite ready for this. The Terran could potentially wall off really easily just by placing another barracks. Maybe a supply depot. They don't need to be complete to actually cut those buildings. But Blockade does have a bit of a harder job to do, purely because he does need to leave a gap to make sure he can come out. And we do see that the spawn pool is complete, but we do see that he actually made 3 drones. He wasted all his larvae. He wasted a lot of larvae, so it might not actually be an actual 9 pool. He might just do it to get an earlier queen. I don't see that happening either though. I do not see a queen anywhere, no. We do see that these troops just like that Charlotte. I think they're cute to the extractor, but we don't actually see any zeros here produced, but we do see a queen, and we do see quick extractor here. On the other side we see the same thing, the spawn pool just finished. We should be seeing the queen to pop out straight away. And we do actually see a cyber, so the cyber will actually be in the wall. That's something I don't really like to do because well, if there's an attack, roaches, zerglings with the side, they can just snipe this and immediately take you out of the game because you won't be able to actually make stalkers. But we do see that a pylon here getting constructed a bit too late. A little bit late, and he does get supply build for a second, and we do see another punch again throw down to make sure these gates will not be depowered. I think we've actually seen some roach one here. Where's the roach one? Here's the roach one. So we've got spawn pool of roaches, and a pack of signals have been produced. So we do see 6 links, no speed upgrade just yet, but we do have this extractor with 2 hubs. We're not sure what he's actually going to do, and did cancel something and kill his larvae. Not sure why he's done that. So we're gonna see a roach lane play by the Zergs, and we will see forge 1 gate, and he's not even actually making out of that gate. So I'm not quite sure what he's up to. I think this is actually quite blocked as well. Yeah, so we can't even get out. We do see the rap game research is halfway. We actually see a bunker given for them on a low ground. Not quite sure why it's on low ground. And we do see another Rax getting constructed at the back. So just in case the rows get taken out, there's still going to be a second wall made by Eloxar. Not quite sure how to say that name. So I think we do see that the Zergs will be playing really offensively here. If I go to units tab, there is 7 roaches and 20 lanes without speed. No speed, just lanes. Against 1 zealot, 7 marines, and that's a fountain cannon going up. So there is actually a fountain cannon up already. We do see another additional 2 guys coming out, and the rugby research getting chromed out. He does have a sentry in the field now, which will be essential if he wants to just force in the ramp off, catch a few of those roaches to make sure the cannon can get a few kills. Lol, they're not coming. Well, yes, they are. Here comes the bunch of Zergs. I'm not quite sure why there is a big Oh, and they so newbie. Well, he does manage to get a free snipe on one of the Zerglings. And here comes the Roaches and Zerglings. There is a bunker on the low ground, but that's going to get picked up very easily because there are just so many troops and there is no repair SCVs or anything to spot that bunker. And so we do not have a pack of, just a small pack of Marines trying to hold up against this huge Zerg They does actually manage to pick out all of the Zerglings. So there's only 2 Zerglings left. No, yeah, there's only 2 Zerglings left. And we do see a pack of 3 Stalkers, Suicide Stalkers. They're just trying to save the day. Although I don't think that's gonna happen. Not against so many Roaches. There's a lot of Roaches. Because when you stab 8 Roaches on the field, and actually in the attack, you might just lose that Stalker. He's not careful, but he is supposed to actually fall back. He does Chrome just 1 gate. He was using his Chrome really efficiently there. And he couldn't quite get enough not to lose that. And so we see that all the SCVs are pulled up to retreat. And this Stalker gets a bit too close to the main fight, I think. He should be in the back. He does lose 2 Stalkers. Here comes Lynx as well. And Stalkers are really bad against Lynx. So we're not quite sure what's going to happen. We do have that command center that does manage to fly away. There is no shooting troops. And Blockade does not look happy at all. And El-Ohsar actually does leave the game. But I don't think that it's going to be the same with Blockade. He's still on pretty good streak. He does have the Sentry, which will be the winner. In fact, he does need to force field it off if he does have a chance. And we don't quite see the force field just yet. We'll see the force field go down. He's not going for a force field. Why isn't he force fielding? So here comes the Zerglings and Roaches. He does lose the Zealot here. And he might lose the Cyber, as I said beforehand, because he actually walled up. There is nothing he can really do unless he picks up those links. He does actually pick up those links, and this Cyber does get just about saved. He does have a nice one to work with if he wants to. He could just land it and start muling or whatever. He does have a lot of. He does have quite a lot of resources now. Here comes another wave. He does need that force field ASAP. And really don't know why he's not trying to use the force field. We do see that the Cyber is still getting picked off by literally two Zerglings here. So the Cyber was in heavy red. He does need to rebuild. He does actually rebuild it smartly because he does rebuild it back in the base. He does have a forge going to get weapons 1. But his desk command center is still not working. He does have enough energy for 3 mules, which could help him out quite a fair bit. There is also some SCVs left. We do see that there's still 1 base, and Fields does actually gonna go for the Baneling nest, and they're just trying to do some kind of full-on aggression. Only now, Broken's actually grabbing an expansion 46 supply. They're grabbing even more Roaches and Lynx. Is the speed going on? No. Has the Lynx got speed? Yes, they do. So Red does have speed Lynx. And Blue has this massive army of Roaches. And if I go to here, we actually see it's another gateway, so it's going to be a 4-gate expand. I don't see him actually expanding though, since there is so many Roaches on the field right now. Also a few Lynx. He does have enough minerals though. So we'll see how that goes. He's still not using the that command center, the opposite command center. He does have this bunch of Stalkers, but Red actually did pull back with all his links, so there is no means actually surrounding those. There's actually still 2 Marines there. So chilling out on the Xalag Tower saying, oh yeah, look, I'm awesome. And these guys actually managed to do a pretty good job. They don't have 1 attack just, it's literally a second away from finishing. And here it comes, will he actually chrome this? Where is the Forge? Forge is here, he doesn't actually chrome this, and he does not grab an expansion either. So that is kind of surprising. I would have expected him to grab a Nexus. He does do this now, but I think it's a bit late since this has been complete. He's not making a Queen now, which I find rather surprising. He does have a lot of spare minerals, and he's only working on 1 gas still. So I'm not sure what it's actually going to be up to, because unless he grabs these extractors here, Puzzles expressing one of the best being geysers, then he's not quite able to throw down a Spire. No Spire, no Mythalisks equals no harassment. And you don't quite want Protoss to build a massive army because a 200 Protoss army will rape the Taos army, will rape the Zerg. I mean, we actually see mules. He did mule. He muled the wrong middle line. He muled his own middle line, and now those mules gonna go all the way back. I don't even know if they actually gonna do it though, because they do have limited time spawn. We do have banelings, zerglings, roaches. Against quite a fair bit of stalkers. We do have 2 sentries. Well, we just added another 3, and actually grabbing some cannons here, which is really smart. Weapons 1 has been done for the stalkers and sentries, and no upgrades on Zerg. So here comes those Zerglings. Those force fields did deem completely useless. He missed all those force fields. Not a good sign, because he is going to need them if he wants to win this push. He does have this attack 1, as I said before, which could be the winning factor. He does need to force field off. That's a bit better. He does cause the links to go a bit further off. Actually, it was better to go all the way around, which could actually win in the big fight. Since George's got 0-0 and those Tuckers do have 1 attack, then he's actually able to send the Zerg on the retreat. And he was another wave of Zerglings here. Don't know what the hell is wrong with me today. And that's not quite enough to hold up this push. He's actually even fighting with all his force now. He's trying to force field off shots, but here comes the reinforcing roaches, and that should be more than enough to pick up this force. He does need to run away. He force fielded that off just a bit too late. And he doesn't fall back. He is going to lose them all. He still doesn't have quite enough to actually pick it off, I think. Unless this shield recharges, this one stock is quite well. He does have 8 HP, but his shields did recharge. And those roaches do get picked off pretty easily. Do we have a proxy pylon anywhere? No, there's no proxy pylon. If we go to his minerals, he's flowing in minerals. We don't see any macro action going on at all. This nexus is not working. This nexus is not working. No probes getting produced whatsoever. He's fully controlling this. I actually want to go to his scan here. So he is looking straight at the Excel Naga tower for some reason. I say Lolio Micro. I don't think he can really laugh. Since the sentries are on the front, one of the circus does get picked off. His sentries will also get picked off. And he is going to lose all those stalkers. I think we do see a proxy pylon getting made, which will be easily spotted by those blue roaches here. So yep, the proxy pylon does get picked off. He does cancel it just in time, so he does get the minerals back. However, I don't think he just has what it takes so far, because he does stick to the to that gateway tech. He does need to throw it on Rebel Bay or a Stallion and start tacking up. That's the only way he can really win, because that's where the Zerg has trouble with. Because if they stick to Lings and Roaches, then a few warriors could make the difference. We do see another few gates getting made though, so we will see mass stalkers. We might see Blink maybe. And a pack of Zerglings just speaking, and also roaches here. They do spot the cannons, and we actually see proper muling going on now. So he does mule at the right expansion. He doesn't make any SCVs though, which is rather odd. And he does find a way to just go around the cannons. He does have that pack of stalkers and those sentries there still. So he should be fine just to survive the first attack. Another 3 gates did just complete. But there is still no Twilight Council for the Blink. Rather strange if you ask me, to be honest. I was expecting to see a Twilight Council, or at least armor. The armor upgrade, maybe shields, but he's not doing anything right now. We just see this huge ball of roaches just falling back. The Zergs are still on basic units, to be honest. They do have a huge economical advantage. If I go to income tab, it is 31 and 12. Red only having 12 drums here. So maybe not as big economic advantage as I would have thought, because from the 3 mules that the Taurus player is actually using on that command center. He is able to get more income than the Red Zerg. So we do see a second queen, but we don't see any drones getting produced or anything. We actually see a Hydra then getting thrown down by Zerg, by the blue Zerg, and that's a very standard tactics actually to go Roach, Hydra. The Hydra's behind obviously because they do deal a really good damage. They do basically counter all of those sentries and stalkers, and Roaches just take up the damage. Hydras deal a lot of damage to those stalkers. So if we don't see transition to Colossus from blockade, he could be in a big trouble. But we do see that he's not actually doing anything at the moment. No probes. His main is dried up completely. He only has 1 mineral patch with 5 minerals, and those 5 minerals have just been taken back to the Nexus. He's actually making more probes here. So he does need to get a third expansion ASAP. And we do see probes here. And we do see probes. We do see blank. Where are those probes actually going now? Do we see a third? No, we don't. Yes, we do see a third. So those probes will be going to the third expansion for long range mine, or just saturate the natural, oversaturate a little bit. And we actually see a bunch of speeders just trying to do a bit of harassment here. But those cannons will be able to deflect them pretty easily. 3 Hydras, 3 Roaches, and the Groove Spines coming in for the Blue Zerg. The Red Zerg is just throwing them an overload for some reason. He's nowhere near supply blocks, yet he still just throws those random overloads. He's at 41 of 52, 120, and the toss is just over 100, 113 to 116. So all plays, I would say they are fairly even, since Red doesn't really seem to be such a good player. Since he has nothing, to be honest, he only has a bunch of speedlings, although they could prove to be very effective. Since there is no, there seems to be actually no Zealots made by a tier player at all, and Blink has just been done, we might be seeing a proxy power go down. Here it is, and an infestation pit is going down for blue, so there's gonna be no Mutalisk play. Here comes the Blink. Here comes the Stalkers getting surrounded by the Speedlings, but those force fields really well. They just made sure that the Zerg player can really attack with all his foes. However, I don't think he actually got what it takes to destroy this huge ball of Hydras and Roaches. He does manage to stop some of the enemy from attacking using those force fields, but I don't know if he has what it takes. He does actually call in 7 additional Stalkers to reinforce the attack. So this proxy power might actually do it for him. As a response, there is also 7 Hydras getting thrown down. These sentries should not be at the front. They do get picked off really easily. 100 gas down the drain. And we'll see if he actually has what it takes. He doesn't really do the blank micro he needs. So he is down to 58 supply against 92 and 22 of the red play here. Let's go to 8 tab. It is only 16 drones though. And we do see blockade saying, well, that's impossible. Well, it is possible if that just happened. He just got owned. And his macro and micro not the best. He does seem to be raging a little bit here. I just wonder how long the game actually is. It has been 23 minutes already, and the Zergs, they cannot really lose this. Unless he does something cheesy like throw DTs that they don't expect and just annihilates them. Oh, we do see 6 sentries getting job done. We also see the robotics facility, which could actually change the battle here if he can hold up this attack. There's a lot of roaches, a lot of hydras, not so many lings, but the win factor, if he does hold off, is the upgrades. He does have 1-1. 1 armor, 1 attack against non-upgraded lings and hydras and roaches actually as well. We do see the robot facility getting chopped on right in the front, so the will get scouted pretty easily. We do see this barracks just floating around doing nothing. We actually got a barracks with a reactor here, also just doing nothing. But our tier player blockade here does not quite enough have any remaining minerals actually uses for anything. He does manage to chop a few hydras. He has managed to no, the lings actually do manage to just about get away. So he might have what it takes to win this. We actually see a third base getting dropped down by the Blue Zerg. And it does seem like it's not really a game of who's gonna win, who's gonna lose. It's just a survival of the toss. We do see 10 Baners getting morphed right now. Not sure why would you have Baners against Stokers. They don't work that well. And there is no Zealot, so blockage is widely ended. Well, they just don't feel like it. So we'll see what will the Baners actually do. We do see some pretty decent force fields getting dropped here. Those cannons able to do a lot of damage since those Baners can't get to them and destroy them. So only now, when the rolling speed came in, did the Baners get to the cannons, destroy the cannons, but the Zerg is in a heavy pressure right now. He did lose quite a bit to those force fields. If I go to units lost count, Teal strongly did lose quite a bit. He's actually in a bit of trouble now since he is in a double prone attack. We do see a lot of sentries. I think it's like more sentries than Stalkers here. Oh, we do see the Guardian Shield. And the Guardian Shield will run out if he doesn't get those Hydras back in range. So that's 75 energy down the drain. And I think he will need it. Blue also is quite a fair bit here. So here comes the force fields. He does try to start the same trick again. And we'll see the rush. We actually see some hive tech coming out from the Broken Soul player. I'm not sure what it's gonna be since he has no upgrades whatsoever. He could potentially go Broodlords or Ultralisks. It does not really matter, but we do see this Robo Bay has been completed. He doesn't really have enough income to actually do anything with it, since this base strongly was reached. He's only now just transferring drones, and there's also a few probes working out here. I don't know why I call them drones. They're actually called probes, by the way. Let's just do it again. He's only just now transferring probes to the third base. From the second to the third base, we do see a few more Speedlings and Hydras. Actually, this Hydra could get picked off if he's not careful. Oh, yes, he does lose the Hydra. And we just do see that we actually see Robotics Bay. Hold that. Hold the thought about Speedlings, but we do see there's a lot of trouble for the red player here, because we do see a Robotics Bay. So Hydras and Lings will get torn to pieces by our Colossi Protoss here. His name is Blockade, I should remind you. And we'll see how that actually holds off. This Stalker does get surrounded. He needs to blink him out, and no, he doesn't. He got blink, but I don't think he even blinked those Stalkers once. So they have blink, Stalkers or blink, and oh, here comes the big fight. There's a lot of Stalkers, no force to get for them. Those Stalkers, they're a bit too late. Those Stalkers also actually did get to the Stalkers. But the heavy upgrades of 1-1 does actually manage to destroy the Ling army. And he might actually have what it takes, because of the defense advantage, to destroy that Roach and Hydra Ball. I'm saying defense advantage. Defense advantage is basically the fact that once you defend, all the troops that come out right to the fight. And especially for Zerg, the Zerg units do have to just run all the way back from here. And we do see an Ultralisk Cavalry getting dropped down. And that could be very interesting. There is no upgrades on Zerg units at all. But if Blockade wants to win this, he does need to... Excuse me. He does need to get and destroy the Zerg as fast as possible before those Ultras come out. He did save up quite a fair bit of gas. And with our Protoss player here not having quite enough gas to start this Colossus production, he could be in a fair bit of trouble. This only has actually 2 workers on it. I'm not surprised he doesn't have the gas, since this assembly is not quite working. And the main 2 actually did run out. So we do see 4 Ultras on the field. We actually see some Zealot getting made. I don't know if it was a misclick, but he does have a lot of minerals. So he does need to go and make some Zealots instead of Stalkers. I actually forgot the word then, which is a bit annoying to be honest. But he does need to get a charge and transition, that's the word, and transition into Zealots, or Chargers should I ever say, because he will not have enough gas to make both 7-gate Stalkers and Colossi. We actually see Broken Sword saying, no, this game is not fun. And Blackbeard saying, well, lol, why not, you're gonna win. So Blockade actually saying hi to me. Oh, how kind of him while I'm casting this game. Give me a sec. I'm casting your game. So I'm actually gonna get my profile on busy. So we do see that Broken Sword and the red Zug, there's a huge Zeus coming up, to be honest. Ultralisks, Roaches, Hydras, Lings against, even there's one Colossus on the field, and that is it. But there's a lot of Zealots this time. So that takes the Lings out of the equation. There's also one Colossus. He might be able to get the second Colossus if he chromes. There is so many chrome. There's a lot of chrome. But he doesn't actually use it. He does have enough for another one. And here comes the big engagement. He does get caught out of position. And the Zug actually doesn't decide to attack, which I find rather strange. It does give Blockade a bit more time to rally his forces, might even get the second Colossus. And we do see a Spire coming down for Phyllis, so that will counter the Colossus. And he does actually manage to get a free shot at those Ultras. And in response, those do kill one or two Zealots. And here comes the big fight. We see who actually gonna get out victorious. There are a lot of Stalkers. There's one Colossus, another Colossus might come out just in time to save the day. Those Ultras did actually get picked up. The Colossus only just died. Well, there is still three Ultras alive. Since that should die pretty soon. Yeah, it does die now. There is still two Ultras on the field. One now, but he did actually use Blink once then. And actually that won the game. Well, not the game, at least this fight. But this Colossus was waypointed all the way here, and he actually starts the game with I don't think he actually really got a fast shot, since he does get picked up, and that's really bad situation to be in. If you blockade, he only has a pack of Stalkers to try to take out all of those Hydras and Ultras. He does need to micro. He does blink all of his Stalkers back, but that might not be good enough. He does now try some starter shooting, and he does pick up those two Ultras. So that's actually pretty interesting, but we do see that those remaining Hydras and one lone Roach do quite a fair bit of damage. And that's not good. He does need to get back ASAP. He does make another 7 Stalkers, and this robotics facility will go down. The Bay might survive. Oh, actually, that doesn't get picked off, which I find rather strange. Probe is getting pulled off the line just to deal with this. And the robotics facility did survive. He could potentially throw down a Colossus pretty soon. We actually see 3 Ultras getting made, 2 made, 1 in making 2 Hydras as well. And we actually see next 4th base getting dropped down by the toss. I must say that Blockade's macro is not the best. His macro is pretty bad. He's only at 32 probes. He didn't make any probes, quite a fair bit. And we see that Ultralisks are so OP in this situation. Well, you should have got to this situation in the first place. And we do have attack weapons to finish in. And still the Zug's not quite time to throw down any upgrades. He's actually saying, Blockade saying here, yeah, you're mean. Well, the Zug is mean. They're the meanest race of all. They just swarm you with all their units. And we do see like 26 Zerglings, 2 Ultras. And we'll see, will he actually win the game? I'm intrigued, because if I go to units lost, there is just so many reasons spent, but he's still in 4 bases. If I go to army tab though, it is 1583 to 76. So the unit advantage is not that great. He does have a pack of Zealots and Blink Stalkers. There is no Colossus though. He's not throwing Colossi. He might want to transition into Mutalisks. What is his probes? His probes are actually the 3rd, so he did mine out to 2 of his special. We actually see a DT plays coming up. Oh, I am loving this game now. I love DTs. Actually see Corrupt is getting made for no reason. I think that Phyllis thinks that we'll see more of the Colossus, but there are no Colossus in the field right now. There's so many Zerglings. I mean, just pure Lings and 3 Ultras. And those Zealots will be able to make quite a nice game. He does smartly move those Stalkers to make sure that Zealot don't get surrounded, and that means like those lasers got annihilated, and that attack will fail pretty epically, to be honest. Those Ultras also getting picked off. He does make another 7 Zealots, and that Ultras will go down. No, yes, yes, no, no, yes, yes. He does get picked off. So, blue not in top shape, to be honest. We actually see some offensive blinking going on just to kill a Hydra or two, because every kill he can get will count. And I really like the fact that he gas saves just to get those DTs. He actually in low. I'm not sure what Loki is up to. But he's German, so we actually see Brock's hard, long match. Well, we'll see it's gonna be hard when those 7 DTs will enter the field. It's 2v1, well, yeah, it is, but one of the players not the best, and will we see DTs getting dropped? I am intrigued. Blockade trying to say, he's basically saying you're noobs, which I love. He's just saying, you know, guys, you just suck. And we do see 6 DTs did get dropped down. I don't think the Ziggs actually got any clue what's going on. If I go to Broken Sword screen, no, there is nothing. Nope, no knowledge of the DT place. Broken Slash asking, what's your league? So we will see what league this was actually in. High silver slash gold. So yeah, fair enough. I dare say the red, I'm afraid, call me mean or whatever, but I'm pretty sure he's in bronze since he's making just so many useless units. His macro sucks. He has workers just not working, just not a good player. Broken Sword also apparently in high silver or gold, saying, you know, wow, how you not winning? I love this. Broken saying, how are you not winning? That's so cocky of him, but I think he could actually pull off a miracle win purely because he has those DTs, and those DTs do 55 damage. And 50 damage is a lot, but we still see Broken Sword just making so many ultras. So many ultras, no upgrades. Even the cheater's player has not been done because he doesn't have the gas to do it. I think he only just now actually started working on this second extract. If I go to red, if I go to his income tab, he has like no middle income whatsoever. I mean, seriously. So here comes 3 scouting Zerglings. They actually caught the they actually caught him off his line, and the Tossam is away. He is forced to throw down 7 Zealots just to deal with those 3 pesky little Zerglings. They do actually kill 1 probe, and here comes a DT Stalker Zealot army, and do they have order? They actually do see an Overseer. So those DTs not gonna do as much damage as they could do. We do see a pack of Mutants getting thrown down. But this expansion is gonna get ripped. We're actually gonna see a infestation, but whoa, there's just like more drones not working. And we do see that those carbons do get ripped to pieces. Where is the Overseer? The Overseer is on his way. We actually see some drones getting pulled over the line. And those DTs do get to hack away at the Ultras, because only now does the Overseer actually come in and pick up the DTs, but they did manage to get quite a fair bit of damage. They did have 5-6 kills. There's 1 more DT here with 4 kills. So they did manage to do quite a fair bit of damage. We actually see corruption on the Stalkers. He is actually blinking into the Ultras for some reason. And that's not something you want to do. He does need to destroy that Overseer ASAP. Will we see Blink? No, but he does lose all of his Stalkers. And we actually see another Overseer Cocoon does get made. We actually see 3 more DTs. He could actually snipe all of this, all those jumps here. It just runs right past. And he does try to, I think he's trying to find the Ultra's cabin. He does actually kill off 1 hatchery here. And he does get 9 kills. Really nice harassment here. We do see Ultras trying to save their home. Even though it's not under pressure. Will he get 1? Yes, he does get to pick off 2 Ultralisks. 2 Ultralisks do go down to those 3 DTs. He's actually saying, lol. Blockade, you're such a cocky guy. I love you for that. But I think he's in a bit of trouble here. He does not have any army. I mean, seriously, he's only just now threw down 7 Stalkers. He has 7 Zealots, 1 DT, 14 Stalkers against the Swarm. I mean, well, the red player has nothing. He has 8 drones. I mean, 8 drones is like practically nothing. We do actually see that he might pick up this hatchery as well. Since the Overseer is quite decently slow. Well, we actually don't see an Overseer. There is no Overseer here, so he's gonna get to pick up the Ultra. Will he actually get a pick up? Yes, he might get to pick him off. He actually threw them chain links instead of trying to do it, and we do see that this hatchery will go down. Only now that the 2 Overseers make their way over, this hatchery goes down. And this DT is a master. He killed 2 hatcheries, he killed so many things. And we do see that he's saying, yeah, I love this. Just get a bit higher kill count on that DT. 15 kills, told you he's gonna be a master. And Blockade, I'm not sure if he's really losing right now. He is in a pretty good shape. We go to income tab. He does have the economical advantage. Blue has no income whatsoever except for some gas. He's saying like, yeah, I'm kind of proud of him. He might actually win this game, mate. We do see a big bunch of Stalkers getting made, a lot of Zealots, and I'm not sure if the Zerg actually has what it takes to say, yeah, you're winning, fucking, I think once you are fucking winning, but oh well. Broken Sword not looking too well at the moment. He doesn't seem too happy. We do see drones getting made, and he does need to army up right now. Because our tier player does have what it takes to finish this 2v1. Broken saying my way should have stayed. Well, yeah, he should have, but he didn't. And that's your own fault. He's only actually now just on saturating his 4th base. And here comes the last push of the Zerg, to be honest. But what's this team actually gonna be doing? He's actually throwing out a couple more Stalkers. 7 more Stalkers before moving. He's actually leaving 1 back in the base. He will probably have the 2 on those Stalkers and those Buffy Zealots. I mean, they can just soak up so much damage with that Protoss 3 armor, which just came in. Zealots only gonna have armor 3 as well, which I'm kind of surprised because I'm pretty sure they were not armored. But now they are, okay. So here comes the big fight. Zealots getting caught out of position here. He does need to blink those Stalkers back. But he did make blink. He did actually use it. I was going to say he doesn't actually like using it. But those cells just get ripped. Just ripping through everything. And the Zerg just go annihilated. That obviously also goes down. So we could just see some more DTs. And there is a few more roaches. And we actually see good game. Well played, said by Broken Sword. And the blue player did actually GG out of this game. And however, we still got Red, he's saying Allah Belani Versin, whatever that means. Gotos, I guess that could be like good game in his language. I'm not sure. I guess he's like I don't know, Allah, I don't know. So we actually see that he managed to win this game, even though it was a 2v1. Red not being the best player I've ever seen, but he did get his hive at the end. So yeah, okay, he's awesome. He got his hive. Broken Sword did lose to the Blockade here because he did have additional income. You know, to be fair, he did have additional income of the mules, and Blockade did have what it takes to actually just defend, and just make them waste all the units. There's also no upgrades on any of the Zerg units, which I think was one of the main factors of this game. So thanks guys, this was SCV Spacebub.